Welcome to the first video of Ari's art. I do not know if I named the channel that. Whatever. When we get further, we'll figure it all out. But learning process for all of us. But today, we are going to be doing a speed drawing as the first video. It's going to have a crappy intro, a crappy outro, and probably a crappy video. But you get to chill with me for 10 minutes and just watch me draw, watch me doodle. I am doing a very simple drawing today. It's not going to be something very outlandish, and I'm not going to show my full potential. I'm not going to put hours of effort, because hours of effort is hours of footage, and I think a quick, hour-long drawing session that's minimized down into a time lapse is good enough for y'all for the first video. But I hope you enjoy, and let's get right into it. Hi guys, so today we're doing a speed draw. I'm not going to show my face just for this first video, just so I can get used to talking behind the screen. But my process is pretty simple. I'm going to do a very cartoonish style today. I usually don't draw with cartoonish styles, but again, first video, just wanted something simple, and she is going to have the physique of a Pixar mom. She is going to be very inaccurate in proportions for women, or proportions for any human, so bear with me, please. I usually start with really rough sketches and rough lines and very inaccurate posture and everything, just so I can get an idea on what I want. Her face is very misshapen and it's not going to be in the right place and right order and stuff. Her legs are not right, but we're having fun. I really hope this ends up well, and the ideas that I have running through my head are just a million miles an hour. I usually, after I do my rough sketch, I like to put very blocky colors on top so it can stay very smooth, and it can give me more solid lines to think off of instead of very janky butchered lines that are wow. I also really like sometimes how simple color blocking looks. Cartoonish is something I have always had trouble with, because ever since I have started drawing, it has always been realistic, and trying to find a style of cartoon that didn't feel odd to me has always been so hard. But I think I've started to get a process down that makes me feel more confident in my drawings. Just layering over and over on what my ideas are going to be, just continuously. My style that I usually draw with, I put swirls on the cheeks, but as you can tell in the end of this, I think I take those off. And my idea that I started building was like a mom who just figured out that she is free from all the taking care of children and stuff like that. She gets to be on her own now, and so she is gonna fancy herself up and make herself feel good. So, messy bun, she's gonna feel dolled up. At this moment, I hated the eyes. I did really bad on the eyes. And they were not the same. They didn't fit the style. They were too small. They were too close together. Just a lot was kind of the eyelashes looked like a 5-year-old drew them. I wasn't in a flow state yet. I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And most of the time, whenever you can't figure out what the problem is or what you want to do, you just have to go work on something else and take a second, whether that's something else in the drawing or something else entirely. I have learned that doing the things that I'm fully confident in, or things that let me flow free, like with the hair, is something I can really let go with. And hair is a very free form thing that you can really do whatever you want to with it. And I was just kind of letting it all go. I wanted something quick, something simple that I could do a voiceover on, and yeah. It's kind of like it basically is a Pixar mom, because I had that body shape just stuck in my head. I was like, oh god, she's a Pixar mom. And she got her face erased, and so now she is just a faceless woman. I started going with like a Y2K style because when she was in her raging younger days, she was able to wear what she wanted, and that's the style that was popular. And she hasn't been able to wear those clothes in a while, and she started to feel herself, so yay. I had to redraw proportions just so I could get the eyes and stuff right. I'm a lot happier with how these eyes and things turned out. I really did not like the other eyes. They were terrible. I felt like a simpler face just went better with it. She didn't really need thick eyebrows, and she was like the Y2K kind of thing. And simple was gonna be good for her face. It was gonna fit. And then I started realizing that a lot of proportions were off that I didn't really like, and so I had to condense the face. I didn't want to have to redraw everything. Her face looked too young, and a lot of things just felt wrong with her face. And so I just redid a bunch of proportions and tried to figure out things. I love showing people the process it took for me to get from point A to point B, because being able to understand that art's not something that you can just throw on a page is a hard lesson to learn. And if you are wanting to learn from my channel, then here we go. I am excited that I finally started. I am hoping that this reaches out to the correct audience. A crappy oh my god. I apologize. I'm keeping that in though, because that was the weirdest sneeze I've ever had. Anyway, back to the drawing. I started doing her style that she was feeling, that I was feeling for her, and I just wanted her to be like a full all natural. Like, she was free now. She was getting ready to be out and about. She still has that weight, her baby weight from, her kids, and she's still gonna have those things, but she's still smexy. And then I decided that I didn't want to do the feet, because I was getting really mad about how the feet were looking. And I always do like very blocky coloring like this when I don't really want to completely finish a drawing. I just add the base block colors and then some highlights and some shadows just to give it a little bit of depth. But I really just wanted to get a idea on if y'all do want this to be a full drawing. I can make her more detailed and add more things, maybe make her more accurate body-wise. But I like how she came out. I kind of like this weird style that she's got going on. Not really weird style, as in like dressing wise, but weird styles and drawing wise. I didn't fix her hand. She doesn't have a hand. I was originally going to, and I didn't go back because I didn't want this to be an insanely long video. But me searching for a brush, searching for something to put in the background, and I was like, you know what? She looks like a Latina. Let's just make this like a Brazil kind of background. Some green and orange and the contrast with the blue and stuff. So, yeah. I really hope y'all like this speed draw. And if you do want another redo of her, then I would love to add more details to her because she's a pretty neat base that I didn't think I was going to come up with. I am very happy that I got to finish her. So, thank you. So, as I was editing this, I found out that I did not do an intro, nor did I do an outro. This is all new to me. Again, this first video, I am kind of excited to see how this was a very simple speed draw video where I just drew something that I had the impulse to draw. It wasn't really detailed, it wasn't my fullest potential, but it was a pretty just chill and nice drawing. Whatever y'all would want to see, I would love inspiration. I would love to have some kind of something to start with. I am very happy that I started this, and I hope me getting myself out there is something good. But I am in my night clothes, which are kind of revealing, which I apologize for. I am in my night clothes because this was supposed to be editing time, not re-recording, but oh well. I hope you like the video, and this is a little explanation on why the intro is gonna be kind of crappy because it's unplanned, and yeah. But I hope you like the video, and let me know in the comments if you like it and if you want more. And if you do want more, what do you want more of? And I would love criticism. Of course, this is me growing. This is going to be something that I'm going to have to work towards and make better for myself and everyone else who wants to listen. I'm hoping to eventually get money for this, so I can get more money for college so I'm not in crippling student debt in my 30s. But yeah, I hope you liked it. Thank you and goodbye.